Oh hey there people, how the frigs it going today? It's half day freaking Friday, just got finished the work shift. Time to pick up the camera and start talking to it. Anyway, on the last video, as you may have seen, maybe you didn't, hopefully you did, we got ourselves an airbrush for airbrushing homemade lures and whatever else. Last night I went out to Walmart to pick up some supplies for today's lure making adventure. One of them I picked up was this Folk Art sparkle varnish, apparently. I don't know if I could spray this, but we got some sparkle varnish, we got some Lello, and we got some green. And to finish it all off, apparently there's no marble in this one, we got some Krylon crystal clear. How come there's no marble in here? Thought all rattle cans rattled. Whatever. We got some clear coat, but I kind of want to go to the dollar store today. Reason being is I want to pick some stuff up. The last two lures I made look great up to the point where I put paint on them. Discovering what the problem was number one, when you're painting, you should always thin your paint. Thick paint won't spread or level. To auto level, you need it thin to go on and then let it dry. So I said on my last video, hey guys, if you have any tips for airbrushing, let me know in the comments below. But then right after that, I kind of came in the house and jumped on YouTube, realizing that by the time you guys comment on it, there's already going to be snow on the ground. So that's kind of hard to get any answers from you. So I figured I need keys to operate my vehicle, my vehicle. I got my keys. Okay. Anyway, I went on the internet and did some research on how to airbrush because, well, I think it's actually warmer outside than it is in my house. Like, despite the fact that it's going to start pissing rain any second, today would be a beauty day to go fishing. They say though fishing in the rain is a good way to catch fish. But anyway, we haven't put the car away yet. As you can tell behind me, it's not in here because, like I said, today I wanted to spend it one more time making one more lure. I was gonna make an ice fishing lure, then I realized how not easy they are to make. And then I looked on Walmart site and Canadian Tire site and realized how cheap they are to just buy. So like for 20 bucks, you can get a bunch of jigging wraps and jig heads and all sorts of other neat ice fishing stuff. And I don't even know how much ice fishing I'm gonna do this year because we're getting like mixed responses about the winter weather. But anyway, I want to go to Walmart. I want to go to the dollar store. Mainly I need to pick up some clamps, some small clamps, so that we can clamp the scale material on the mold. I also want to, I don't know what else I want to get from there, but I'm probably going to pick up some lunch and I'm thinking about grabbing some Taco Bell. Why? Why not? Well, that was both a waste of time and a waste of gas. Went to both Dollarama and Dollar Tree, as well as the other discount stores, Giant Tiger and Winners, and none of them had the friggin' clamps. I know Canadian Tire has them, but they want 40 bucks, and I'm not about to spend that just on making a lure project. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, Taco Bell. I just got the box. It's like $9 and you get a bunch of food, a bunch of like tacos and stuff. I'm gonna go eat. Yeah, so literally in this box what you get is you get a hard taco, a soft taco, or a crunch taco, and a soft taco. I'm not gonna go into it, just gonna eat it. Okay, bye. I'm trying to decide if I want to make a whole new lure or just sand down one of the ones I've already made and redo it. But I kind of like having the originals because I do want to catch a fish on them. I know I can catch a fish on them. Just not right now because, freak sakes, the weather sucks. The lakes are turned over for sure. I think I've explained that before. I gotta turn off that porch light. I'll do that in the garage. About how the turning of the lake works. And if I didn't, I'll explain it right now just so you get an idea. Basically, the whole theory behind the lake turning over is when winter sets in, so during the summer, a lot of oxygen on the top of the water, not so much down below. When the lake turns over, all the oxygen on the top disperses throughout the whole body of the lake. When that happens, fish become very lethargic, and some fish actually go into a hibernation phase, like bass, for instance, will go into a hibernation phase where they will literally stop feeding and just go sit somewhere and wait for the lake to turn back to normal. That sucks. Because they're the best to catch. I love catching bass. They're like my favorite little fishy. But that's okay. Just taking a look to see what kind of wood we got up top. We still got some of that other crap left somewhere right here. You know what? Probably just gonna use that. Why was that stuck like that? That's weird. Just gonna use a piece of this, the same stuff that we've been using. Like, did I get super glue on this or something? Because it was stuck to the floor. All right, I'm gonna cut off a chunk of this and we'll get cracking on a bait. I think I'm gonna make another lipless crankbait, but this time we're gonna do it right. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw out the template, and then we'll get down to the saw and cut it out. So I just drew this out, pretty hard to see, but the professional bait makers would use their computer and like Adobe Photoshop and build like a whole stencil and then print it out and double-sided tape it to their bait and go from there. Guys, I am far from Pantene Pro, so it is what it is. Let's go cut this shape out. So that's the shape that I'm going for. I'm gonna go ahead and use the belt sander here and get it shaped the way I want, and then we'll go from there. So I smoothed off all the edges and we got a nice little dynamic shape here to make it to a fishy. Alright, you know the routine. Sand her down, give her a top profile, bottom profile, profile nonetheless, so she can flippy flappy through the water. We're gonna put the tie up top. I might, it's got a big fat belly too. The reason why is because I'm gonna put a lot of weight in the belly, and I'm gonna try another technique if I could find my solder. And that's you heat up solder and then you dip it, you drop it in the belly, let it harden, cover it with super glue baking soda, and call it a freaking day. The other option is we use epoxy, which I don't have any of that. So super glue baking soda will be the way. Now I just need to give it a beveled edge and get it all shaped. So let's friggin' pitter patter, boys. I really gotta quit leaving this thing idle while I do stuff with the wood. But anyway, there we go. It's all rough shaped. Just gonna take some sandpaper, go over it, smooth it all out. Okay guys, I'm jumping along quite a bit here. I've already got the hook hangers installed and the line ties. So we got one on the back, one on the belly. Got a hole there. I'm gonna widen it for lead. And we got the line tie. Like I said, I wanted it up top instead of on the nose, so that when you pull it, it's gonna make it go down and dive, because the water's gonna rush over the back and it's gonna make it want to go down more. This is how a lipless is supposed to work. I should have done my research before I made my Mark 1, but I was just excited to make a bait, and I'm becoming quite the masturbator in my garage. Alright, so I drilled him a new anus, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill that with lead. Alrighty guys, there you go. It's hanging right now, drying. I sealed it with super glue, so we'll see how that turns out. Gotta let it cure for a bit. Still a little sticky. Then once all said and done, we can decide on a paint scheme. Now I was thinking, like, I bought some green and some yellow here, and I was questioning about doing like a perch pattern. Then I got this like sparkle varnish, and I have no idea what the heck this looks like. Full cart. A lot of the guys that I was watching on YouTube who were airbrushing used this paint from Walmart and said it's probably some of the funnest stuff they've ever used. So let's go ahead and get the airbrush out and we'll give it a try. Well, I guess I should have read the label of that paint a little better. It's silver, it's got glitter in it, and glitter plugged my friggin' airbrush, so now I'm trying to figure out how to unplug it, and nothing's working, so shit. Gonna have to resort to old YouTube on how to unplug an airbrush. Fun. Well, this build's gonna take a while, so yeah, I gotta let this soak for a day and then go from there. So fun. So we'll probably have to paint this tomorrow, clear it on Sunday, and never get to use it. So anyway, it's thunder banging out and it's raining like frig, so I'm gonna go in the house. Pretty sure he also wants to go in the house, right? You wanna go in the house? Sick of this weather? Hey, Derpy. Nah. Anybody who's been with the channel long enough knows what the heck this thing is. It's an ultrasonic cleaner that I bought back in the day. Can't get no idea when I do that. Literally bought it for the crap that's sitting on that shelf back there. The vape supplies. Used to make my own juice, and what I would do is instead of getting it mixed up, or the process that I used was I would rice cook it to get it hot, blend it with a milkshake blender, which I threw out because who cares? Same with the rice cooker, I threw it out. But then I would, once everything was all said and done, throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner in the I just put water in there, put the actual container with the e-juice in it into the ultrasonic container, and then zap it with that, and it would knock all the bubbles out. You could power steep some e-juice in a matter of an hour versus waiting a week, and the quality was phenomenal. But right now I'm using it to clear out my brush because I really want to do some airbrushing, and I'm watching a video here of a lady who uses who's cleaning out an airbrush that she does nails with it professionally. Apparently you can use these for that too, so that's kind of neat. She's got the Iowata, but her video showed that you can actually I didn't know this, but you can take the nozzle off the damn thing and I had no idea you could do that. I probably should have read the manual on it. I'm pretty sure the manual in its own Chinglish form probably has some information on how to clear a clog, but we'll see if this ultrasonic cleaner can zap it clean. We're gonna put her back together. We'll take it up to the garage. Also, there's something else I gotta show you that happened outside during that rainstorm. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Okay, in a bit. Alright guys, we got her all back together. Let's head out to the garage, and we'll, even though it's like friggin' 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll show you what the heck I'm dealing with. Oh, and I'll show you what happened during that rainstorm. Well, that's kind of exciting. A little bit. Probably not. You'll see. Yeah, so I went to my friend's house tonight, and we hung out for a bit and watched some TV and stuff. And as I was leaving tonight, I walk out my door like I always do, and notice that. That's, if you remember the scene, during the day, Oreo was standing right here, and this was fine. This literally fell into a great abyss, and that one's gonna go soon too. I have no idea how deep this hole is, or for that matter, how the hell I'm gonna pull this thing out of here. But we'll deal with that another day. Today, however, I need to see if I fixed my airbrush, and if I did, I cannot use that paint in it. If I want to use that paint, I'm gonna have to brush it on. So here's the thing, friggin' lure making video turning into an airbrush video. This is ridiculous, but it works. And it's not spraying. I just put water in there for now. When I pull back, it's supposed to be spraying water, and it's not. However, if I cover the nozzle and I pull the trigger, you can see that there's totally air making its way through, but it's not going there. So that tells me one thing. I think the nozzle itself, but yeah, I'm not feeling any moisture on my hands or by seeing that water level go down. I believe the issue is the nozzle on this airbrush is plugged. Okay, I gotta figure out how to clean that. Alright guys, moment of truth. I think I cleared it. I did what you said to do in that video. Let's see here. Oh, I need some a little bit of pressure knowledge, guys. Throw some water in here. It's working. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you get air. Well, first I build up some pressure. Get air and then just water. There you go. Yeah, you can see that. So we just gotta make sure we don't use that shitty paint. Then we should be able to paint away. Yay, 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 yay. The reason why tomorrow we paint is because currently it is 2:30 in the morning, and I probably just woke up my neighbors running that damn air compressor. So we'll deal with it tomorrow. This guy is nice and cured. I sanded him down after coating him with super glue. So all we need to do now is just go ahead and paint it up. So I'm gonna look online for a nice scheme. I also was talking on that lure forum, and I told him my debacles about finding clamps for clamping it down, and I mentioned it already, nailing it down to a board, and that's what they all suggested too, is just taking the mesh material from the scrubby, just getting a piece of scrap wood, probably just grab a 2x4 from above, and go ahead and just nail it to the board. So yeah, we'll get that done. As for this awesomeness, I don't know what the frig I'm gonna do. No freaking idea. I know that one there is going to drop soon, so that's awesome. And I'm guessing it's probably not light, so strong arming that out of there ain't going to be fun. I guess I need some fill. Anyway, it's freaking cold out here. I'm just glad I cleared that freaking airbrush, so we can tomorrow get that freaking thing sprayed and prayed. That makes no sense. Anyway guys, good night. See you tomorrow. Oh hey guys, it's the next freaking day. The next freaking day. Yay! It's pretty chilly out, I'm not even gonna lie. Actually, I wanna grab my phone. Had a little problem with my phone last night. I used to use a Mophie power case, or not a Mophie power case, just a power case. I can't find it, but I had to stop using, there it is. I had to stop using it. It was getting pretty hot while charging the phone, and it was getting even hotter while charging the case. And then I noticed this last night. That's a crack. And the battery inside's starting to inflate. Go China and their cheap lithiums. So it's not a Mophie, it's like a knockoff, like a Jophie or a David Brophy or something like that. It's a fake. Holy crap. Look at the size of that son of a bitch. Damn. Okay, he's dead. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Holy crap. Yeah, I forgot about this. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I have no idea how the hell I'm going to lift that out of there. That's a heavy chunk of concrete. That other one's going to go too. I'll deal with that in the spring. Anyway, it's a little bit warmer in here than it is out there, so that's nice. I wish I had a little propane heater in here. You're probably saying, oh, why'd you sell the kerosene heater? Well, you know what? There's two reasons why I sold that kerosene heater. One, it needed a new wick, and two, they don't carry the wicks in town. That and I didn't think I needed. And I'd like to have a little propane heater for ice fishing, but we don't need that. We just gotta bundle up better and stay warm. But woke up today to the tiniest bit of snow you ever did see, which means after I'm done building this bait, next video, I'm gonna have to get that car in here, which means I gotta move stuff out of the way over here so I can put that barbecue over there, get this out of the garage, put that down in the shed, put that box down in the shed, get this table broken down and stored away so the car can come in here for winter to stay. So right now, let's just go ahead and paint the bait. So here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna go ahead and paint it all white. I'm just gonna blast it all with white, get a coat of white on it, let that dry, and then what I'm thinking is I want to do a perch pattern. Shit, I should have brought some paper out with me. But I want to do a perch pattern on this one. Basically have the top black and the sides will be like green and yellow with white on the bottom. And then we're gonna have the stripes. Perch pattern. So, before we do anything, I gotta piss. Alright guys, what I did was I made a little template for my perch pattern. Whether or not it works, stay tuned to find out. Or just skip ahead, whatever. Or you saw the thumbnail, so you already know if it worked out or not. I don't, because I haven't done it yet. But through the power of YouTube, you guys already know the outcome. So let me know in the comments below if it sucked. Goodbye. I hate to do this, guys, but I'm gonna have to leave that thing going. Opaque white, so go ahead and pour it into the cup. Holy crap, it's not as loud as my other one, but she's still pretty loud. Alright, we got some paint. So, I wish I had a better way to grab this than using my hands. Alright guys, let's see how well this white goes onto this bait. Why does it go on clear? Did I make it too thin? Am I gonna need multiple coats? And it's clogged again. Son of a bitch! Why does that keep happening? I don't know guys, I gotta look into this. There's obviously something messed with my technique. Okay, bye. Alright, I got the first coat of white on, but it's really thin and it's dripping. I'm gonna go in the house and grab a hair blower. This will probably be a lot easier in the summer when the temperature's not 0 degrees Celsius out. So I'm using the big compressor right now because it's actually working right. The regulator works. So it's full right now with whatever 20 liters or 20 pounds, whatever it is, of air, and I can set the dial to increase or decrease the pressure on the sprayer, and it seems to want a little bit more pressure. So the more pressure I gave it, the more paint was actually coming out, but that's why we got a little drip dry happening here on the bottom half, as you can tell. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab a hair blower and we're gonna heat dry this and then hit it with another coat. I gotta know if it's the airbrush, my technique, or what, but that white dollar store paint went on super thin, so I'm gonna skip that step. Wait for this thing to dry. Once it does, we're gonna go ahead with the, probably gonna do a green. We're gonna do green on the top and on the sides a little bit. Then I wanna do yellow on the bottom just a little bit and leave the belly white. And then I'm gonna put a black top on them and then come down with the stripes. But I need it to dry, and the problem is it's -1 out right now, and it's not exactly the best weather to be painting in, and I can't find my hair blower because I have no idea where the heck that thing went because I use it so often. So I'm literally using this little baseboard heater, or this little heater thing, to throw some heat in this general direction in hopes that it helps to cure this thing a little faster so we can get going on the paint job. But I doubt that'll happen, so I really need a freaking heat gun. That's what I really need. Hit it with some heat gun and it would power cure it, and then we could get on with the show. But also, I probably shouldn't have been doing this in friggin' end of October, but I kind of started late. You know me, I get excited and want to do things. Alrighty, well, the green went on. Holy crap, get some light on the situation. The green went on a little bit better than the white, but yeah, it still looks like a 12-year-old did it. Whatever. I gotta learn how to use this airbrush, and I think part of my problem is the fact that I'm doing this in the freaking cold, and paint doesn't like to be painted in the freaking cold. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for this to dry, and then we'll put the yellow on the bottom half, and then apply the black to the back, apply the stripes, clear it, good. Alright guys, got the yellow on it, and you probably noticed I screwed up and already sprayed the belly yellow, whoops. I found a solution to making it dry quicker. Instead of diluting it with water, I've been diluting it with liquid gold, also known as isopropyl alcohol. As you know right now, it's hard to find in the world because everybody thinks it kills COVID. My only hope is they start drinking it, but whatever. Anyway, next up we're gonna go with the midnight black, or whatever the hell color they're calling it nowadays. And we're gonna go ahead and paint the top black, and then I'm going to try and do my stencil work first. I need to find a flat area that'll work to lay this guy down, put the stencil on it, and see if we can airbrush that on. Let's give that a go. I just realized I forgot to drill eye holes for this thing. Also, I'm super zoomed in. What's going on? That's better. I'm gonna rip some eye holes in it, and then we'll get this paint in the stripes. Actually, we'll paint the stripes first, and then we'll put eyes in it, because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with it with the eyes. So, yeah. All right, let me get some paint in the gun. It's shooting yellow still. Find the black. Oh, don't tell me the black is too thick to shoot. You serious right now? Okay, let me thin it some more. Son of a bitch. Alright, it's practically the consistency of freaking water now, so this should shoot. Problem is this black paint I'm using is from the dollar store, and so far the dollar store paints have been causing me nothing but problems. So probably shouldn't use them, but I don't have any other form of black except for that black marker, which is from the dollar store. Holy crap, that scared the tits off me. I don't know what. Oh, there we go. Okay, finally we got it thinner. So how am I? That actually looks pretty shitty, but it's working, so that's neat. Perfect. Little perchy stripes. Huh? Little perchy stripes. Yay, perchy stripes. And of course I'm going to paint the top. Now, I've been mixing this with isopropyl, and literally it dries the moment you spray it. It's kind of cool. That was a tip that was given to me from the lure group. I think they're just called lure makers, the group. Birchy, 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 birchy. Alright, now I'm gonna spray the back. Of course, you guys can't see shit. One day I'll learn how to operate a camera. I've only been doing YouTube for 10 years. Alright, I still haven't put the eyeballs on it, but perch pattern. Not bad for a noob. See how fast that dries? Like, you can actually watch it dry because the isopropyl is evaporating, causing it to power cure. That is so cool. So freaking cool, man. Like, geez, it's freaking awesome. Alright. Wait for this to dry, and I guess we clear it. I'm gonna keep it tacked on the top. I want it really black on the top. Yeah, other than that, we should be pretty much ready for clear coat once it dries. Sweet. Alright guys, let's let that cure. I didn't put an eyeball in it. I'm not gonna. It's too late now. I just clear coated it. I forgot completely about the eyeball. It is what it is. We'll let that there clear coat cure, and then we'll put some hook hangers on it, or some hooks on it, and be good to go. I do want to go test it out, but I can't guarantee any fish because it's -1. The fish are probably sleeping or sick and tired of Canada. One of the two. Anyway, we'll let that cure. I got the heater on it there, so that'll be awesome. And then, yeah, we'll check on it in a bit. Alrighty, I came in the house, had some lunch. And you know what? I haven't... Okay, guys, I'm going to show you something here. Currently, I have no pulse, but it is Saturday the 24th, okay? I still haven't turned on my furnace in the house, but it's so freaking cold in here. It is currently 52 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it's time I turn it on. I was gonna wait until next week after Halloween, but I can't do it. Sounds like it's time to turn on. Hopefully when we come back in the house, holy crap, there's like a tornado of leaves out here. But hopefully when we come back in the house, it's a little bit warmer in there. Maybe. We'll see. Let's, it's warmer in here, probably because I left that freaking fan of the heater going. And let's see what this thing looks like. Well, she's shiny, she's dry. Paint looks better than the Mark 1. Sweet, maybe I'll blast it with another clear coat, and then we'll let it dry some more, and then we'll nail it with some hook hangers. Alright, we'll let this stupid thing dry, and then when we're done, we will just come out, we'll put it in the vise from the top one, and then we'll attach the hook hangers, and be good to go. Sweet. Kind of boffed up here on the back, but that's fine. That's fine. Didn't even line up the stripes on the perch, just friggin' painted them on. Hey, welcome to Mark 2. There we go, people. Lipless crankbait, Mark 2. With the friggin' size 4 mustad treble hooks. I was gonna put the size 8 on, but they're eagle claw, and I didn't really like them. I don't find they're as sticky as these mustads are. Perch usually get annihilated by pike, so the bigger the hook means better chance I might actually link onto it. Alright, let's get on the bait cast and see what it looks like. Gotta grab that thumbnail, you know, before we send it. Yeah, there she be, little perch with its mustads ready to rock. Alright, I guess the next thing we gotta do is go to the lake. We'll probably do that tomorrow. Already caught myself, lovely. But like I was saying, we'll probably go to the lake tomorrow and go for a fish. Probably not catch anything, but we'll just throw it around, see how the action is, and we'll put it away in our custom tackle box for next year. Want to try it out today, but we're going to be going for a hike and checking out a trail. There is a spot to fish there, but like I said, with the lake turning over, the river might be okay. There might be still bass and stuff there. Tomorrow, we will definitely go out and test out that lure. Today, we're going to go for a hike, so that'll be another video that you may have already seen or something. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, bye. Alright guys, it's the next day. We're down here at Armstrong. Not expecting to catch anything. Just gonna throw around the lure, see what the action's like. I didn't bring any other tackle with me. I didn't bring any other equipment. Just the bait caster and the lure on the bait hook. Or on the hook catch, whatever the hell it's called. So we'll go down to the dock over here. We'll give it a couple flicks. The wind is currently blowing into us at 8 kilometers an hour. Shouldn't be a big deal though. We should be okay. Just to give her a couple rips. So I think the lure, this is probably one of my best lures built to date. As far as the paint job goes, the shape goes, everything goes. It just overall looks the best. Got some shit hawks out here. I always thought those things migrated too, but they're saying that this winter is gonna be not awesome. Mainly due, like it's not going to be as cold or snowy because of the birds haven't migrated yet. A lot of the birds are still hanging out. But so before we cast, we need to obviously calibrate the rod with this new lure on it. I did close that clasp. I don't want to cast this out there and just have it end where I send it, it's gone. All right. Well, let's do a light cast. I just want to get it in the water, see if it sinks. It doesn't sink, and it lays on its side. Great. Yeah, this is not the greatest lure. Okay, so we got a problem. Paint job's great, but it dead fishes. What the hell did I do wrong? That's weird how it does that. Totally goes on its side. Yeah, that's very odd behavior. I wonder how I broke that. I wonder what I did. Maybe I should just stick with the Rapala lures. Stop making my own. I don't know, it's fun making your own. Like it just spins all around once it's underwater. Once it's underwater. The problem is you gotta get it underwater. Wonder if I need more weight in the belly. Maybe I should rip a hole in the front and put a weight there, pack it, and repaint it. It's weird, it's side heavy. Still, my best lure is the first one that I built. This one here doesn't work that well. Well, it went underwater enough to find some weeds, but its action is really weird. If you're wondering why I'm sending it so high and making it smash the water, I'm trying to test that clear coat out to see how good it is. And seeing how there's no damage to the paint, I'm gonna say I think we found a new way to clear baits. Come on, go under. There we go. Nope, back up. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get it to that front end to catch. I might have to do that. I might have to drill a hole right in front of that hook hanger, like right here-ish, and just drop a bunch of weight in there, because she is not sinking as she should. Oh man, that's gone. Alright, well, we know what the action's like. It's garbage. Looks pretty, just lacks function. I think we know what we gotta do to fix it, so I guess that's the next step, is fixing it. Get over here. Alright, so like I said, I didn't want to be out here too long. I just wanted to test out the action. There's no fish out anyway. So now we know the action's complete bunk. But I'm pretty sure if I were to throw some lead in the front belly, like rip a hole, put a couple split shots in there, patch it with some super glue baking soda, and because it's just yellow, I can just respray it yellow or touch it up, whatever. And then we would be good to go. We'd have ourselves a bait that should hopefully dive when pulled along. But the fact that it goes sideways makes me wonder if I off-kiltered my... I didn't really measure or anything when I dropped the lead in the belly. I just kind of dropped the lead in the belly, right? So, oh well, it is what it is. Looks pretty. Functions like balls. Alright. Well, we tried it out. We know how it works, or it doesn't work. And we have a bit of a project ahead of us. But as you know, the weather ain't agreeing. Winter's coming. Ice fishing season is upon us. Alright, people, just got home from fishing and went in the house and grabbed the real camera versus using the GoPro. I put the pole back up top on the hanger. Shame, man, that lure looks great, but it just doesn't function right. But I'm pretty sure the issue, if we were to rip a hole in the belly, put some weight in there, make it more front and stomach heavy. Don't go so deep. I went pretty deep and I put 2 split shots in the back. I think if I would have went just halfway down and halfway down in the front, like in front and behind the hook hanger, and put a split shot on either one, that would have resolved the problem and we wouldn't have it acting the way it is. But because there's weight halfway up the belly, it's causing it to lay sideways and dead fish. So it is what it is. We'll fix it, but pretty sure that's the last lure I'll be making this year because it's not gonna get warm. It's gonna get cold. We're gonna get snow. I gotta get that car in here and out of the elements before that happens. So anyway, people, on that note, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, remember, live to win, never give in. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.